want you to highlight the origin of the spaceship, the celestial chariot, because I know that's going to be of interest. Prophetically, where does this come from? And then we have to jump into what's happening in the Middle East today.
All right. And both of them become tangible to me. They intertwine. Now, when we say spaceship, to me, space means out of the planet Earth.
Yes.
Out of terrestrial. You're gone extraterrestrial. For some reason, the lax man don't want to hear them talk. Yeah.
There are, you know, in the Senate in America right now, they're having hearings dealing with the UFO and the revelations of the Pentagon. And so how do you feel about all of this information about UFOs that are now coming into the mainstream? Do you feel
it's not now coming into. Yeah. All the air forces in the planet Earth have this year reported sightings, but naturally, to prevent hysteria, they suppress it. But it is cataloged all over the world. People tell you what they have seen and the phenomenon that goes around with it. But for me now, I am not a believer. And I have ones and ones here that's still in residency. I've seen the fleet here in the Blue Mountain. And not only here in the Blue Mountain, even though I'm sorrowful not being able to tell you the first initiation of the new moon worship and praise, because we were carrying the Sabbath long before we incorporate the new moon, once a month worship and praise. So I did that at the house before it was sold in Buchan Avenue. And as you can imagine, the congregation was here, so it's not a one man I tell you nothing. The whole place was lock off, like you'd have like a year show. But I couldn't tell you how much, but what I can tell you is circles within circles. The most neon light, my lad, even from first time here, it wearied me out, because you see, I did a service at Papine Park and came home the Sabbath, upstairs, changing off and so forth. And we have a brother we call Cautious Lion. Him said, them time him say, Father. I said, Father, come here. And, you know, I didn't pay. I'm here the earnesty. Father, come here no man. I mean, I wonder if something happen. And when I came out here, the man said, Father, look how long me I call you, look. My lord, the whole mountain here, me can call the scribe, me can call Delbert, me can call some senior people here, if you know, says no play thing. And from the day me born until now, with that and the time at Buchan, I've never seen something like that. My brother, wheels within wheels, flashing circles, neon light. There was a time when, like the whole fleet, while it is going upwardly, you see the lights them on the ground. If it goes this way, it never leaves the circle formation. The farm I told you about up there, when it going up to the higher mountain, as the same thing, oh man, my mind was in a claustrophobic state, you know.
So you saw the actual spaceship?
Yes, I. And two main occasions, it's not I alone, the congregation here can be a witness. First in the Blue Mountain where we are now, and the other time was the first new moon service we did at my place at 9 Buchan Avenue. Even people from the community after we left coming back here, torment the community in New Haven, say, yo, you know what the Rasta tell you? The man said we see it and preach it down there for about a month. It's not a play thing. So here we are now. What it is, and what they are, Psalms 68. Verse 17 declare, and I didn't write it, and said the chariots of the Lord are 20,000. So now, what they are, these are heavenly ships that have the ability or the potential of invisibility and visibility. It was used in the rapture of Elijah. 2 Kings verse 11 show you that. Enoch also was taken away. In the advent of Yeshua, it wasn't like a Superman flying around. It's the operation of the ships. It was used when we were exodus from Egypt to Palestine by a cloud by day and a cloud of fire by night. Now, the people that are in the churches, when they say rapture, that is what they are waiting for. And that would bring you now to 2 Thessalonians chapter 4, speak of the rapture, the taking up. Now, that will happen in the advent of Haile Selassie, and that is what we wait for in the Blue Mountain. We want to hear here. You don't have ears to hear here. What they don't know is that the trod of Christ is from Melchizedek. We said it earlier. A man, not a phantom. And Hebrews 7 declare it. No father, no mother, no beginning of days, nor end of life. But he that is without beginning of days or end of life must be God. We say also that same man return as Yeshua for the salvation, the crucifixion lamb. We say that Yeshua the Lamb is now the Lion of Judah. So when you look from the dispensation, Melchizedek, Yeshua, Haile Selassie will come up with the numeral 6, which is a separation of 2,000 years, dispensationally speaking. What I look for now, instead of that, I look now for the return of the emperor, not through the womb of St. Mary, nor through the womb of St. Yishimabet. But this time, Isaiah 66 verse 15 says, behold, the Lord shall come with chariots of fire, the heavens like a bus. It is judgment day. Because it is time now for the children of Israel. And in that day, all eyes shall see and know. Because Haile Selassie is not a dead man. So, to be classical, that is why this mountain is reserved. That is why I am here. And believe it or not, I am the Baptist. That is why the gathering is taking place. But let me give you a brief synopsis of the baptism. Not for my boast. When I work it out, when the king come, is in the ships of fire. For you now to be taken out, let me examine something. If indeed the king is of the heaven, it is celestial. You are not celestial, you are terrestrial. If the ships are celestial or extraterrestrial, neither are you. So now for you to be amalgamated or assimilated and join into this mystery, that is the reason for our baptism. So when the lax man no one baptized, a fee in business, he is going through a tribulation down here before there is any hope of repatriation. I wouldn't speak of reparation because Prince don't beg. I am Israel. I have fulfilled my 400 years of captivity. I know also that the Illuminati Lombaro, by the pyramid of Giza, you know what I mean? The Eye of Horus, Isis, and Ra, which is the tenets of the secret societies, to include even the Freemasonic lodges worldwide. And that is the fraternity of the world secret order. Mean you have a society or societies that are operational but is not obviously viewed or known by the population. And I will bold enough today to say, for example, in New Kingston, I think it's Barbados Avenue, you have a place they refer to as company office where you register your business here. There's a building adjacent or joined to it with a big compass and a square. And if you don't see the letter G in there, most times you will see the compass with the square. In the midst of the compass and the square, you find the letter G. Come from the word Gnostic, 7th letter of the English language. That is the head lodge house in Jamaica. Who are the members? The judges, the lawyers, the teachers. You have big business interests too. The Bilderbergers, the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, all of this. So we know of that. So what I know is that the secret society fermenting the third war, bringing the world into a devastation, out of the ashes of that now the creation of a new world order. In the new world order, which means a new socio-political, economical system will come in the planet Earth because this old one is being destroyed. Yes. And out of that now, the Illuminatis will unleash, and by the way, it can be accessed because more than 34 years I've been preaching then, the coming of the microchip, which would maximize the mark of the beast. The beast is Lucifer and the Illuminati system, the secret society we are speaking about, the ones that own the banks, the ones that make the currency, the ones that govern and control the economical system, the IMF, all of them is either Illuminati or lodges. That is how it is said. And this is not a myth or I'm trying to make mischief. It can be researched and defined. So what I know is that they're going to use the micro-implanted chip. We're not speaking the chip in the phone, the chip in the car, the chip in elements. One are made human-implanted chips. If you Google now, you see it in many places advertised. And you see people telling, oh, I have been chipped. What they may not know is that the prophecy of Revelation 13 verse 16 says, he, which is Lucifer, I know him. And I know of the pentagram. I know of the compass and the square, but I will not give his name. He says, and he causeth all, whether you're large or small, rich or poor, free or bond, to receive a mark in your honor, your forehead, that you won't be able to buy or sell. You think, the people don't realize, you think they realize that even the TRN that came around is a part of this concept. I speak conceptually. The number is on the paper. But the reason for the microchip is that once you are implanted, it becomes irretrievable. It becomes your new body identification. It's full of affluence, in a deceitful way. But what they will not tell you, or you won't know, is that the main reason for your implantation is that by the GPS, Global Position Satellite, and the supercomputer, you that is chip now will be fully controlled electronically. And as we sit here today, the Illuminati must be able to tell where you are in this planet Earth. But now, the Almighty God says in Revelation 14 verse 9 or 10, that the third angel sound the trumpet, woe be unto the inhabitants of the earth that have received the mark of that society. It's judgment upon them. No, the lax people down there don't realize that before we leave out of captivity, there will be a declaration of a new world order. There will be a declaration of a micro-implanted chip and be mandated, which means what? Officially. And as I speak today, the FDA in America already approved it because we have all this information. So you would say then, the reason why I'm here for 25 years now is that the Bible also says that there were 10 virgins. 5 were wise and 5 were foolish. But the wise virgin have their lamps trimmed and ready. So I would say symbolically, we are trimming our lamp. Meaning, even though we are not here to stay, but to sustain the duration of that atrocity and the great tribulation, when that time comes, for example, I sold the house in 9 Buchan Avenue, and this is here. Even the guest was a part of my house. We have our tank, master tank down there that is fed straight out of the Blue Mountain from the Catherine Speak source. That is our effort. We have created that for our own independence and self-sustenance. We also have another tank here. We also know it's changing out the half-inch gravity flow to 1 inch straight up here. I have water that runs straight into my house, and it is virgin water, which means there's no chlorine on top. We are not on Jamaica Public Service light no more. We that are able to. We have our solar system, our generators, and all them little thing there. And the land that I occupy, it might not be sufficient, but it will give us the good opportunity in those grievous years, because so far I don't buy banana. You don't have the time. One day Jah will there, you go, we refer to higher heights. Maybe about 3/4 of the distance from where you were to here, from here to up there, that is our yam era. You've been there, my sister, huh? Yes, that is also our belly bottom. So when you say food security, I wouldn't boast to say we have it all, but I am in the race.
You're in the race.
I am in this race, and this is what we have.
Do you think that Jamaican Rastafari are putting enough attention to food security at this particular moment?
No, they sing the song, but they don't dance the dance. Not only that, we preach repatriation to Africa, and many of them, especially the entertainers, are the ones that have the means, monetarily I speak. But if you notice it, it's a 12-month calendar year. Check how much months them spend in Jamaica indifferent to the place where they say they're going. It has to do with the mindset. I say, I know one. No, we don't hear. You couldn't give me 10 million United States. I don't want to be here. But the difference with I and them, I wait for this last. That's why I say, try Ras Tafari. It's not a myth. It's not a belief. The lax man now supposed to be preparing himself for the next few years ahead. And the lax man don't have the idea or want to hear that Haile Selassie is coming. And we are look up in the sky for. Why Selassie come for him not come already? Because they don't know of the prophecy. If you ask, Selassie is not dead. Yeah, where is he? No. Can you imagine Selassie from 1974 in any country in Africa hiding in one little cave? Because if he's not dead, which we know, he must be somewhere. So I ask a question. From the deoccupation of the throne, in the atrocity, what they call the coup d'etat, the overthrow, is he in Zambia? Is he in Burkina Faso? Is he hiding in Ethiopia from somebody? The rubbish.
Okay, so how would you see it?
It is simple. Mm-hmm. God is a spirit. That's what he's teaching, how he's taught, and that is what is defined. God is not a name, God is a title. What does it mean? God means supreme. God means supernatural. God means most high. God means deity, one to be praised. So when I say no, the Allah, man say Allah, one next man say Jesus, one next man say Buddha. You know what I say? He that is King of kings and Lord of lords must be the Almighty God. He that is the power of the Holy Trinity must be the Almighty God. And if the good book says in the beginning was the Word was with God, the Word was God, the Word took unto himself flesh and dwell amongst us. Which flesh we are talking about? Negus nagas.